Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So nice to be with you again. What a great day. The sun's shining, and we're going to do a program for you today, and I hope that you enjoy these oldies that we grew up with. And we'll start off with a little bit of Frank Sinatra. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Well, now we're going to go right into another song. This is actually a Stevie Wonder song from the 70s that Frank Sinatra decided to record with his own arrangement. And Frank always has been able to make the song his own. For once in my life. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me, someone I've needed so long. For once, unafraid, I can go where life leads me. Somehow I know I'll be strong. For once I can touch what my heart used to dream of long before I knew someone warm like you would make my dreams come true. For once in my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. For once I have someone I know won't desert me. I'm not alone anymore. For once I can say this is mine, you won't take it. Long as I know I have love, I can make it. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. can say this is mine, you can't take it. Long as I know I've got love, I can make it. For once in my life, I found someone. For once in my life, I have someone. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. Great arrangement of a Stevie Wonder song. Well, let me introduce to you my lovely wife, Carol. I'm Wayne, and this is Carol. And we're glad to be with you again today. And we're going to do a medley of love songs for you. You know, I say this often, but we all have grown up with wonderful love songs. Now, today, the songs that are being written, there's still some love songs there, but I don't think they compare really with what we had when we grew up, so that's why I love to do these songs. This is a medley of love songs that actually spans all the way back to the 20s, 30s, and 40s, and I know that you'll recognize these timeless love song hits.
I know this is a little bit different than what you're used to. You're used to having both myself and him together in front of you live. But this is the easiest way we can do it now, and keeping with all the mandates and the laws that are going along. So I hope that you still appreciate everything that is going on and enjoy it. It's not as much as a personal contact like we have with you and many of you that we go to see. So just enjoy the program. Know it's a little different. Life has changed in the last year and a half or so, but we can go with it.
Thank you, honey. That's my bride of, we're in our 56th year. Can you believe that? I know we only look like we're in our 40s, but,
sure.
Well, anyway, I'll pull your leg a little bit. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I only have eyes for you, dear. You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you. It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally we found somebody who, for nobody else, gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. I'll get by as long as I have you. So what care I say? I'll get by as long as I have you. The more I see you, the more I want you. Somehow this feeling just grows and grows. I know the only one for me can only be you. My arms won't free you. My heart won't try. promised kiss of springtime that makes a lonely winter seem long. You are the breathless touch of evening that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights a star, the dearest thing that I know are what you are. You're nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. Now you may be king and you may possess the world and all of its gold, but gold won't bring you happiness when you're growing old. The world still is the same, you're never gonna change it. As sure as the stars shine above, you're nobody till somebody really loves you. So find yourself somebody. Find yourself somebody, somebody to love. Isn't that a great love song medley? Well, here's one that goes way back. 1925 was when this song was written and recorded for the first time. And Mr. Eddie Cantor was the one who had a hit with this song. And of course, many, many artists over the years have recorded it. And we're going to do a real contemporary version of it. Yes, sir, that's my baby. That's my baby, no sir, I don't mean maybe, yes sir, that's my baby now. Yes ma'am, we've decided, no ma'am, we ain't gonna hide it, yes ma'am, you're invited now. By the way, when we run into the preacher, I'll say yes, sir, that's my baby, no, sir, I don't mean maybe, yes, sir, that's my baby now. By the way, when we run into the preacher, I'll say yes, sir, that's my baby, no, sir, I don't mean maybe, yes, sir, that's my baby now. 1925. Well, I wasn't around then. Well, here's Carol again.
One of the advantages that you don't see behind the scenes is that if I feel like dancing to him singing, I can dance. And we also have living with us our grandson, and he's beating drums that aren't really there, and he's twisting his body to and enjoying this as much as you, which I hope that's what you're doing.
Thank you. And I know you can't see him, but laying behind me on the floor is our Texas Ranger, our dog that we adopted a year ago next month. And what a wonderful pet he is. He's a treeing walker coonhound. And I'd like to let him loose. That sounded like it was from Fiddler on the Roof.
Wait.
Well, I guess we have a little bit of a technical problem. Hang on just a moment.
I'll talk with you in the meantime. I pressed a button and it threw the computer off to another side. And I don't know if you've ever heard Wayne sing Fiddler on the Roof. He has a rendition. Years ago, when our son was in school, they did Fiddler on the Roof as a play for a class. And he played Tevye. And I don't know if any of you have ever seen it, but Tevye was a man that had 3 or 4 girls. And he was a very poor man and lived in Russia, and all these things were going on. And he was a milkman. And Wayne did real well at it, I think. Here he's back again. Thank you for your help.
Dear God, you made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, if I were a bitty rich, digga-digga-diddle-diddle man. Well, I thought I'd give you a little taste of Tevye and If I Were a Rich Man. Well, we're going to slow things down a little bit now and do a nice love song. And since summer is coming to an end, we don't have too many weeks left, but we've got lots more beautiful days, I'm sure, when the sun is shining. But this is kind of a sad summer love song called The Summer Wind. The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea and lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song, then we strolled that golden sand to sweethearts and the summer wind. Like painted kites, the days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new beneath a blue umbrella sky. Then softer than a piper man, one day it called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. The autumn wind and the winter wind, they have come and gone. And still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on. Then guess who sighs his lullaby through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind, the summer wind, warm summer wind, the summer wind. Well, there goes that phone. I gotta figure out how to shut it off. It's probably just my broker calling. Well, you know what? We're really blessed in this country to have so many great cities in different states in this free land of ours. And we're going to do a couple of songs about two of the top three largest cities in the United States now for you. And here's a real oldie all about Chicago, that toddling town. And I love this arrangement, Dixieland. It'll make you want to dance. Chicago, Chicago, that toddling town. Chicago, Chicago, I'll show you around. I love it, bet your bottom dollar you'll lose the blues in Chicago. Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday could not shut down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say, they do things that they don't do on Broadway. I saw a man, he danced with his wife. He had the time of his life in Chicago. Chicago, my hometown. Chicago, Chicago, that toddling town. Chicago, Chicago, I'll show you around. I love it, bet your bottom dollar you'll lose the blues in Chicago. Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday could not shut down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say, they do things that they don't do on Broadway. I saw a man, he danced with his wife. He had the time of his life in Chicago. Chicago, Chicago, that's my hometown. You know that song Chicago, which I believe is the third largest city in the United States. What's the largest? Of course, that's New York, and then Los Angeles, and then Chicago. But the reason why Chicago, I really love that song. When I was a kid, my dad had a barbershop quartet, and they had two different acts. They would dress up as normal and do barbershop songs. And one of them was this song right here. I want to go to Chicago town. I want to go to the fair. Hidely, 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 ho, just to be there. I want to ride on the shoot, ride on the merry-go-round. Oh, what a joy to be only a boy in Chicago town. Well, that's an old barbershop number, and that just reminds me of Dad and the serious act where they just dressed up in a sport coat or a suit and a tie, but then they had another act all together, which was a comedy act, and they dressed up real goofy. And the bass singer, who was a great bass, he used to play a drunk, and he was really good at it. Funny thing is, he owned a bar, and I never saw him really drunk, but those were good old days and wonderful memories for me. But here is New York, New York. We need some rockettes here for dancers. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray and step around the heart of it. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in the city that doesn't sleep, to find I'm a number one, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in that city that never sleeps, to find I'm head of the list, cream of the crop, top of the heap, a number one. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. Come on, come through. New York, New York. New York, New York. Well, we'll slow things down a little bit now. We'll do a hit, I believe, from the 70s. And how many of you remember the Carpenters, Karen Carpenter and her brother? They had lots of hit songs. She was a wonderful singer. I loved her voice. It was actually what I would call a unique female alto voice. But here's one of her hits, just for you. I think I just stepped on my dog. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Why do stars fall down from the sky every time you walk by? On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. And they sprinkled moon dust in your hair of gold and starlight in your eyes of blue. That is why all the boys in town follow you all around. Just like me, they long to be close to you. The day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled moon dust in your hair of gold and starlight in your eyes of blue. That is why all the boys in town follow you all around. Just like me, they long to be close to you. Just like me, they long to be close to you. Karen Carpenter. Well, how many of you remember Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet? He was another one of my favorite male vocalists, their crooner. He had a lot of hit songs. I'm going to do one of them for you in a moment here. I want to just share something with you quickly. And by the way, if you ever watched Carol Burnett show, you most likely would have seen Steve Lawrence on that show quite often. But anyway, back in the early 70s, I qualified for a trip to Florida this one year for the company that I worked for, and I was able to bring Carol with me. And it was in Hollywood Beach, Florida, and it was at, I'm trying to think of the name of the hotel, Hollywood something. But anyway, we arrived there, checked in, and got to the elevator to go up to our room, and the doors opened to the elevator, and there stood Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet and their two boys. They were on vacation. So we kind of just smiled at them, and they smiled back, and that was it. We didn't ask them for an autograph or anything like that. Some people would do, but I've always been hesitant to do things like that. But here's one of Steve's hits from the 50s. Go away, little girl. Go away, little girl. I'm not supposed to be alone with you. I know that your lips are sweet, but our lips should never meet. I belong to someone else, and I must be true. Go away, little girl. Go away, little girl. It's hurting me more each minute that you delay. When you are near me like this, you're much too hard to resist. So go away, little It's hurting me more each minute that you delay. When you are near me like this, you're much too hard to resist. So go away, little girl. Call it a day, little girl. Go away, little girl, before I beg you to stay. Well, here's another goodie by Mr. Sinatra from, I believe, the 50s or 60s. But it was a very popular song with quite a message to it. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. Yeah, that's life. And funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world keeps spinning around. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life, and I can't deny it. Many times I thought of quitting, but my heart won't buy it. And if I didn't think it was worth one single try, I'd get on a big bird and fly. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life, and I can't deny it. Thought of quitting once, but my heart won't buy it. And if there's nothing shaking come this here July, I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and die. And isn't that so true? Life is full of ups and downs. No question about it. Well, how important do you think it is for us to smile? I think it's very important. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing. Be happy again when you're smiling. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, when you're laughing, that sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing. Be happy again when you're smiling. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Come on, everybody, give me a big smile. It's infectious, you know. Well, we're going to do some Perry Como for you. This was a big hit in 1954. It's a real cute song. You can help me out by singing back up here. All you have to do is this. Papa loves mambo. Mama loves mambo. Look at them sway with it, getting so gay with it, singing ole with it, wow. Papa loves mambo. Mama loves mambo. Papa does great with it, he loses weight with it. He goes to, she goes fro. He goes fast, she goes slow. He goes left, and she goes right. Papa's looking for Mama, but Mama's nowhere in sight. Papa loves mambo. Mama loves mambo. Having their fling again, younger than spring again. Wow. Papa loves mambo. Mama loves mambo. Don't let her rumba and don't let her samba, 'cause Papa loves Mama tonight. He goes to, she goes fro. He goes fast, she goes slow. He goes left, and she goes right. Papa's looking for Mama, but Mama is nowhere in sight. Papa loves mambo. Mama loves mambo. Having their fling again, younger than spring again, feeling that zing again, wow. Papa loves mambo. Mama loves mambo. Don't let her rumba and don't let her samba, 'cause Papa loves the mambo tonight. Well, thanks for helping me on that song. Well, we're going to do a song now from 1957, and I believe it won Academy Award, one of Sinatra's big hits, and it's a wonderful love song. And speaking of love, before I sing that song, I just want to say this. You know, I mentioned our dog earlier and how we adopted him last October. We had a golden retriever for 12 years that we had to put down in June of 2020, and that was a big heartache for Carol and me. And you know why it was? We've become so attached to our dogs and other animals too, but I know that dogs, they love us unconditionally. Think about that. If you're a dog owner, or even if you're not, they just want to please you, and that's all. And you know, that's very much how our God is. God loves us unconditionally. And funny thing is isn't the word dog God spelled backwards? But here's that wonderful love song by Mr. Sinatra called All the Way. When somebody loves you, it's no good unless he loves you all the way. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you all the way. Taller than the tallest tree is, that's how it's got to feel. Deeper than the deep blue sea is, that's how deep it goes if it's real. When somebody needs you, it's no good unless he needs you all the way. Through the good or lean years, and for all the in-between years, come what may. Who knows where the road may lead us? Only a fool would say. So if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way, all the way. So if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way, all the way. Well, we want to thank you again for allowing us to come in and love on you, entertain you. But we're going to close with a gospel song today. We always like to sing a gospel song, at least one in our programs, because the Lord is very, very important to us. For many, many years, we put our faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. And this song is actually all about God as our creator, because you know what? He did create everything.
Ready?
One pair of hands form the mountains. One pair of hands form the seas. One pair of hands made the sun and the moon. Every bird, every flower, every tree. One pair of hands form the mountains, the oceans, the rivers, and the sand. Those hands are so strong, so when life goes wrong, put your faith into one pair of hands. One pair of hands healed the sick. One pair of hands raised the dead. One pair of hands calmed the raging storm, and thousands of people were fed. One pair of hands said, I love you, and those hands were nailed to a tree. Those hands are so strong, so when life goes wrong, put your faith into one pair of hands. Those hands are so strong, so when life goes wrong, put your faith into one pair of hands. Put your faith into one pair of hands. One pair of hands. Well, thank you again, everybody. It's been our pleasure to visit you today and entertain you. And I hope we can see you in person for real one of these days very soon. God loves you. God bless you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.